at the various types of forces. The first kind of forces are field forces. For these to act, physical contact is not required. Example is gravitational force. And electrostatic force. The next kind of forces are contact forces. For this, physical contact is required. Examples are normal reaction, friction. In fact, the vector sum of normal reaction and friction is called contact force. The third kind of forces are those that act through attachment. Attachment to a body. Examples are tension and spring force. So these are the various types of forces. Now for any force, three things are important. First is magnitude, second is direction, third is point of application. Let's try to understand what is a system. A collection of two or more bodies is called a system. The next important thing to understand is free body diagram, FBD. Though it is not a freehand drawing. In a free body diagram, a sketch of the body is drawn and all the forces acting on it are shown. The direction of acceleration is also shown. Other bodies and supports are not shown. So you draw the sketch of a body, show all the forces acting on the body and show the direction of acceleration. This is what is a free body diagram. Now let us look at the steps required to solve the problem on Newton's laws. So what is the first step? The first step is not drawing the free body diagram. First step is draw the diagram. The second step is fix a consistent direction of acceleration. The direction of acceleration may be wrong, but it must be consistent. What do I mean by this? Suppose you have a system like this. There is a pulley here. Mass M2 is hanging here. M1 is hanging here. And let M1 be greater than M2. So M1 will accelerate downwards. M2 will accelerate upwards. So this is correct as well as consistent. So this will help us in solving the problem. But suppose we look at the same problem. M1 is greater than M2. But suppose by mistake we say that M2 will accelerate downwards and M1 will accelerate upwards. This is incorrect, but this is consistent. So even then we will get the answer. Only thing in the answer, acceleration will turn out to be negative. But we will still be able to solve the problem. But suppose for the same problem, same M1, M2, we assume that both M1 and M2 are accelerating downwards. Or we assume that both M1 and M2 are accelerating upwards. This is clearly inconsistent. So, we will not be able to get the answer. So, we must fix a consistent direction of acceleration. The direction of acceleration may be incorrect, but it must be consistent. The next step is to draw the free body diagram. After drawing the free body diagram, we should resolve the forces in the direction of acceleration and perpendicular to acceleration. That will make the solution easier. So resolve the forces in the direction of acceleration and perpendicular to acceleration. In the next step, we apply the equation force equal to mass into acceleration along each axis independently. So then you will get a number of equations, and the last step is to typically solve for acceleration and tension simultaneously.